Wednesday here. Just a normal Wednesday where I sit here for an hour and talk about whiskey. What's going on, man? Great to see you. I'm also watching the World Baseball Classic right now. Italy playing Mexico. Italy's up 2-0. Italy wins, the U.S. advances, so I am anxiously watching that as well. What do you got going on? Doing well, doing well. What's going on, everybody? I'm doing well. I'd be doing a lot better if Italy was absolutely crushing Mexico, but we are not there yet. Actually watching the game here off to the side, just glancing over every so often, seeing how Italy is doing. Weird to be rooting for Italy, but it is what it is. How are you guys? Oh, nice. Maybe I only have the master blender ones, but maybe I'll crack one of those out. It's been a minute since I tried one of them. I'm excited because in I think 2 weeks I'll be in Nashville, so I'll be in Tennessee. I'm gonna be trying to grab as much Old Dominic as I can. And let me know how the quality is. If it starts to dip, let me know because like I said, I'm streaming this game as well as paying attention to the chat on here. So, and then obviously streaming live off of my phone. And then my fiance is out there probably streaming something on her phone. So the internet might be a little, weird. The quality might be a little weird. Oh, nice. Ooh. So I have the batch 3 of the JD12. I would go with the batch 3. It just won in my 12-year blind not too long ago. It was really good. Though I haven't had batch 1, so I can't really say, which one is better, but I feel like the easier one to replace is always the better one to drink. Or if you feel like it's a nice night, why not just go into that batch 1, something you probably haven't dipped into recently. But yeah, that early times, the old bottle, it's crazy. Yeah, I saw the new bottle, the benchmark like bottle. Ugh. Oh, they were both samples. Have you had either of the 12s before? No? Okay, so I'm a big fan of batch 3. So I don't know if batch 1 is much better. Only the JD10. Yeah, I don't know which batch is better, so I feel like if you try the better one first, it might ruin the second one. But I mean, they gotta all be solid. I like 3. 3 to me tastes like chocolate banana bread. Jack Daniel's triple mash. Oh yeah, heard great things. It's either that or the single malt that's going away from Jack Daniel's. I think it's the single malt Jack Daniel's is going away. It's crazy how many things are going away. Like the early times is switching to the new bottle. A lot of people say it sucks. Very surprising because early times used to be like the go-to like budget bottle, and after Sazerac bought it out from I believe it was Brown-Forman, like it's just not been the same, and then they're gonna make it worse, which is crazy because you think of Sazerac as kind of putting out very quality stuff, and they're just kind of screwing everybody over by making it worse. Oh, Mexico just reached. If you guys are baseball fans and know who Alejandro Kirk is, watched him run, insane. Dude is like maybe like 5'6", 5'7", maybe like 280. Dude is a meatball. But yeah, I'd say batch 3 first and then batch 1. But that's just me speaking biased because I like batch 3 quite a bit. In fact, it's the next one in the lineup for tonight, so. Oh, is it? Oh, shit. Yeah, I was not fortunate enough to be able to grab one when they dropped, so. But batch 3 I was, and I really like it. Let me know which one you like out of the two. How am I doing? I'm doing well. How you doing? It's a beautiful Wednesday. It was 60 degrees here today. It'll be 35 tomorrow. Ooh, Journeyman's. I ordered a Journeyman's. It's on its way. I did one of those the unicorn auctions, and I found some of like the bottles that I can't find in Ohio, and I'm like, a little cheap. It's been like 2 months. They haven't shipped it yet, so I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks. But I go there and I try to find like my lower end bottles you can't find in Ohio that I want to try, and they haven't shipped any of them to me yet. It's been 2.5 months. But I'm really excited because I heard Journeyman's Rye. That stuff is really good. I think it's I don't know if it's the President one or like the Feather. I forgot what the names were. Though I did just order. Someone had suggested was it Wheel Horse? So I ordered their cigar blend and their cast strength. I was hoping to find a double oaked, but fortunately that was not in the cards. They were sold out. But yeah, nice and rainy here. Been raining off and on all day. Then it's gonna get cold tomorrow. I play rugby, and season just started yesterday, so my first practice was yesterday, and very sore, very tired. Get to do it all over again tomorrow, and in 35-degree weather. And I play for a team that is about an hour away from me, so I have to drive an hour to get to practice. There are 2 teams within 15 minutes of me, but I had played for this team for a while, and I moved up here, and I'm like, I'll just keep playing. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll have to check out more of Journeyman's. Journeyman's is Michigan, I believe, right? If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm still waiting. I need to double check and see which one I have coming to me, but I'm a little upset because I'm like, it's been 2.5 months. Really want to try it. I've heard, I think it's like Featherbone, and then some sort of president one. I'm trying to remember the name. It's been 2.5 months, so it's hard for me to remember. But then I also have a Clyde May. I think it's like an 8 or a 9-year Clyde May. I've not had a Clyde May. The only Clyde May they have is the 92 proof small batch here in Ohio. So I was like, I want to try something a little different than the regular offering. But definitely gearing up for Nashville. So I'm hoping to, score some real good stuff out there I can't get here. Southwest, yep. Oh, and Northwest Indiana. Did not know that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good luck on trying to find that batch 1. I'm sure there's still a bunch out there. I'm still seeing what's that Russell's Reserve 15 still kicking around. It's been 2 years. I think it's been 3 years for JD12s. I'm sure there's still some kicking around. But yeah, no, I enjoyed the batch 3. In fact, like I said, that's next in my lineup for tonight, so very excited. I went away from it for a little bit after I got the 14, and I was just like so enamored with the 14 that I kind of forgot about how good the 12 was. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, one of the I don't know what whiskey content creators, I think it's Brad's Bourbon Reviews, actually put the 12 and the 10 above the 14 in his whiskey of the years for 2025. In fact, I don't even think he had 14 in the top 10. Actually did like a bracket and did like a blind test to see which one won. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea. And I loved watching all of everybody else's top whiskeys of 2025. Oh, wow. Eh. Yeah, 275. I mean, I probably pay 275 for batch 1. I think batch 3 right now is going for like 180-ish, 200 on the secondary. One of the hats that I'm wearing. If you're talking about the one I'm wearing, this is the JetBlue Park Boston Red Sox hat I got in 2025 down there in Fort Myers. Oh, 349 before the offer is insane. I mean, 75 bucks off. I mean, depending on the area you're in, and could have been probably one of the cheaper options. I'm hopeful for you as well, man. So yeah, the OHLQ app, it's usually pretty solid. Um, oh, Bourbon hat? No, no, it is a Boston Red Sox hat. I'm a big Sox fan. Yeah, the app is usually very accurate. And then I don't know how long you're here for, but Friday morning, I'm sure a lot of stores will be releasing on Friday morning. I think right now though, it's only Bombergers, Woodford Double Oaks, um, Woodford Batch Proof. I think some Old Forester Single Barrel Proof Ryes are still kicking around, and I think that's about it. I don't think anything too crazy. Friday to Sunday. Oh, then yeah, you're right. During a release schedule, I think Kroger's all release on Saturday. So if you're around a Kroger, I would check the app early in the morning. Say like 5, 6 o'clock. It'll tell you what's released. What I usually do is I can just go browse all locations, select the in stock and limit one, and it'll show you all of the allocated bottles that are on sale. And they usually update them about that time. That's when the trucks get in, and they'll tell you what they have in stock, and you just go stand in line for however long you feel like standing in line and try to get a bottle. But yeah, oh, in the DFW Metroplex. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, probably a good price for a big city. My favorite fast food place. So, uh, so I developed a gluten allergy, so I can't eat gluten anymore. But before that, I'd say Popeyes. Loved Popeyes. If you count Chipotle as fast food, I eat that like 3 or 4 times a week. It hits all my macros, and it's like 430 calories for a bowl. And I think like 25% of my daily sodium, which is real great. So I'd say probably Chipotle if it counts. Jollibee. Yeah, no Jollibees up here. I'm in Northeast Ohio. I don't think I've ever tried anything from Jollibee before. Is it kind of like Popeyes where it's like more geared towards chicken, or is it like kind of like a burger place like McDonald's or Burger King? But yeah, no. Popeyes was always there. What they lack in customer service, they make up for in taste. And then you switch it around. You go to Cane's, and customer service is great. Food is kind of flavorless. It's kind of funny how they switched that around. I have never been to a Popeyes where I've had the workers be even halfway decent to me. Ever been to New York? Yeah, I've been to Buffalo. I've been to uh, Lake Placid, Saranac Lake. I've been to New York City. What's your take on Hard Truth? I like Hard Truth, and I'm like dying to get out to Indiana and try to find a whole bunch of them. I only have 2 sweet mash rye single barrels, but oh yeah, semi homemade Australian whiskey. I mean, shit. If it's drinkable and I'm not gonna get sick, man, I'm down. Australian whiskey sounds dope. What does that say? A deals food card on your next visit to New York. All right, yeah, I can do that. Is that in the city? Oh, Double Oak Hard Truth sounds good. I think I actually just saw that in a bourbon hunting video not too long ago. But yeah, I'm as soon as I get over to Indiana this year, I'm going to be buying as many Hard Truths as I can find. I think it is fantastic stuff. And it's young too. I think my one single barrel is just over 2 years, and then my other is like close to 5. That one that's close to 5 is killer. So anything that's going to be older than that, I feel like Hard Truth is going to knock it out of the park. That stuff is good. Whatever they're doing over there is working. UCL. I have not. I've been watching the baseball classic, World Baseball Classic all day. Oh, yeah, I'm a big Peerless Double Oaked fan. I think Peerless Double Oaked is fantastic. That's some high praise, at least in my eyes. I'm gonna have to definitely try to find some. Yeah, I'm not sure when I'll get over to Indiana, if it's not until the fall. So I play, like I said, I play rugby, and one of the teams we play is in Indiana, so we should be going to Indiana this year. And I'm definitely, if that's the first time I'm going this year, I'm going balls to the wall. I'm getting as much Hard Truth as I can. Yeah, like I said, I've only had their sweet mash ryes, so I definitely would be very, very interested in finding out what their bourbon is. But I think like one video, I forgot who it was in Indiana. It might have been Whiskey Weather actually, who like walked by and it was just like a row of different Hard Truths. And I was like, oh, I gotta try those all. I might end up dropping $500 on as many Hard Truths as I can. At that point, I'd probably be close to like 8-ish. They're pretty decently priced, from what I can tell. But I'm gonna be dropping as much as I can on as many as I can. Yeah, another believe Midwestern would be like Cedar Ridge. I'm really interested in trying to find. Again, can't find that here. I tried getting one from Unicorn Auctions, did not win it. Need to try their rye. Yeah, it's the sweet mash rye I have is fantastic. The new one I got from Fort Myers, like it is fantastic. 66, that's not bad. Hey man, anytime you join is great, man. Appreciate you for being here. Oh, one of those held for review. There we go. Not sure where they hide some of these messages, but what does it say? Whiskey Noob has a ton of Hard Truth on his shelf too. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's another Ohio guy. He's down in Canton. He's one of the first like whiskey content creators I started watching when I was really trying to, you know, put my whiskey game to the next level. Seems like a real decent dude. I definitely still watch some of his videos sometimes. I like to see his like cigar pairings and stuff like that. I try not to smoke too many cigars because I do a lot of cardio, so it's not really productive for me to smoke cigars. But yeah, he also does that really cool solo line thing where you like pop in your Glencairn and you spin it and it mixes them up for you. Oh, they do. So I'll have to go check that out. Yeah, I downloaded their app, and like every time I get through a couple of pages of their whiskey, like I'm just scrolling through and seeing what they got, it always crashes. Maybe I'll just have to use the website. I didn't know Remedy did, because that'll make it easier, make it a little quicker. So I like ordering online because I'm able to get stuff that I'm not able to get here in Ohio. But what I don't like about it is it's just not as thrilling as being able to go to a store and see what they have and be like, oh wow, that looks great. But I mean, as a great way to get liquor you can't get where you're at, I mean, pretty decent. I got like both my Bombergers and my Shanks from online, and then one bottle of Shanks I got from a store in New Hampshire, driving through to Philly. But like, yeah, I've ordered quite a few bottles offline, and like, it's great to get bottles, but it's also again like it just takes away that thrill for me. But if they have the double oaked, I'm definitely gonna. It is fantastic. I got it right after the new year. Had I gotten it before, it would have beaten out Jack 14 for whiskey of the year. I think it is amazing, and it makes me really sad that they're not going to be doing the Masters Keeps anymore. So, yeah, I was like, I had to grab one as soon as I heard that was it, that they were done. I was like, I'm gonna grab this one, and then it turned out the Beacon was one of the better ones. But now I have to go try to find some of the other Master Keeps. I watched the recent Bruzel video with one of my favorite pitchers, Garrett Whitlock, who just started his own whiskey hunting channel. And yeah, he bought a Triumph for about like $375. I was like, oh, I could do that. Like, I want to go try to find one of these Triumphs somewhere in Nashville. So they were down there in Tennessee, and I'm like, I gotta go and see if I can find one. Yeah, it would have beat the Jack 14. Honestly, it's that good. Jack 14 is, I'd say for me, top three. I'd say probably goes. I'd say Russell's Reserve 15, the 2025 Stag, Beacon, Jack 14 of all time for me. Oh, I've heard good things about the Voyage. Yeah, I want to try the one. And then the first one, I believe, was like a 17-year Master's Keep, but it was like low proof. If anybody's following along to the World Baseball Classic game right now, Italy has the bases juiced 3-0. Looking good for the U.S. Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember you telling me that the last time. And I was like, that is a fantastic trade. Yeah, hopefully that friend of yours liked the Havana. I think I asked you, too, if it was a new batch or the old batch, and I think you told me it was the new batch, if I'm not mistaken. Because I heard really good things about the new batch. But, no, great trade. Honestly, can't beat it. Yeah. Yeah, as long as he enjoyed it, you enjoy the one you got, that's what matters. Yeah, none of my whiskey drinking friends go out and buy anything anymore. They just come over and drink some of mine. So I don't have much in that prospect. I'm on a couple of those pages where sometimes I'll look, but I'll never get something like that where I'm like, oh yeah, I'll give you a Havana for this fantastic bottle of yours. Yeah. Yeah, once you get a nice enough selection, your friends are like, well, what's the point? I'm just going to come over and drink yours. Which, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to drink it all by myself. I got way too much. So, Yeah. You've seen a Triumph and a Voyage, the one in the 17-year. Yeah. I've never seen any besides the Beacon. Yeah, in Ohio, it sucks because like everyone lines up in Ohio. They're never gonna sit on the shelf because it's always MSRP. Yeah, $2.99. Yeah, it's about yeah. I think the Triumph is probably close to like $3.75. No, I paid over MSRP for mine. Unfortunately, but I was not gonna miss out. I paid I think like $3.50, and then for my Jack 14 I paid I think like $180-ish. My Stag I paid just under $600, and I was like my George C. Stag, I'm like, I'm getting it either way. Oh, in decades. Oh, that's cool. Four Roses, yeah. Oh, anything Four Roses is good. I'm excited to see where they go. So, I mean, I would take the 14 over the 12 any day of the week. I think it's just like that extra 2 years of maturity is just great. The flavor is just like wow. The 12 is amazing. I get the chocolate banana bread. It's great. I think the 14 is a little oaky. Obviously, it has that extra 2 years, but it's a right around that perfect whiskey age, at least for the U.S. But I'd say like if you can find them both at MSRP, the extra money to pay for the 15 is worth it. If you find them both at secondary, go for the 12 any day of the week. Spirit Walker, Evernorth, and nice. I like the Penelope. I love Penelope. I have not tried the JD Daniel Hill. It has not dropped in Ohio yet, and when I went down to Florida, it was not there either. But yeah, it all just depends. Like, if you're willing to spend $550 secondary for a Jack Daniel's 14-year, like, it's going to be great. It's not, no bottle's ever going to be worth that much, but, like, it's going to be amazing. But, like, you can spend half that amount of money and get a 12, less than half amount of that money and get a 12, and it's worth it. But no, I'm still very much on the hunt for JD Tanyard Hill. I'm assuming Ohio's going to do another surprise drop coming up here at some point, and that's when they're going to drop it. Have I tried the Fuck Cancer? Yes, I have. So I got 2 of these down in Myrtle Beach, and some guy had messaged me. I was posted it for a trade on one of my pages, said, hey, my buddy has cancer and we really want to get this bottle. So I gave him an extremely good deal for him getting it for his friend who has cancer. And I enjoy mine, and he had messaged me and he's like, yeah, we both enjoy it. I'm like, nice. The Old Emmer, I have not tried the Old Emmer. I had somebody I used to converse with a lot on TikTok was very high in the Old Emmer, and it's definitely one of those ones I'm looking for. Toasted marshmallow. Oh, I have not tried the toasted marshmallow yet at all. There's a restaurant around me that has it. I'm going to be definitely going there at some point to try it. My go-to pour. Oh. So, my favorite overall whiskey is Russell's Reserve 15, but right now my go-to pour is the 20-year rye from Western Reserve Distillery. It's a local distillery near Cleveland. It's amazing, and it was like $125 for a 20-year rye, which is insane. It's 94 proof, but it's like a nice, like my palate's gonna be like, ready for it. And then usually I go into like a heavier bottle, like a Stag or a Beacon, like anything like, a little higher end. Yeah, $800 a bottle is insane. The most I ever paid for a bottle, just under $600 for my George C. Stag, and that was because I'm not missing out on the 2025 Hazmat. Redwood. Yeah, I've tried the Emerald Giant and I liked it. I've tried the Pipe Dream Cast Strength and I liked it. I have the Screaming Titan, and it was really good in the beginning, and it just kept getting worse for me, and I have not touched it since. I don't know what it was, but like I had a pour of it, and I was just, this is terrible. Cast strength. Yeah. Are you talking about the Four Roses private selects? Ooh, Thomas Handy 2023. Yeah, that's a good one. A lot of people have been telling me to try to find a Thomas Handy. I'm trying to see where my Sazerac Foolproof is. So Sazerac Foolproof's at 125 proof now. That's around like the Thomas H. Handy proofs. They're usually between like 122, 128, and about the same age. So like definitely like on the lookout for a Thomas Handy as well, because I want to see how much they differ. Thoughts on Heaven Hill? I think Heaven Hill is amazing. Their Old Fitzgerald line is insane. Their Elijah Craig is amazing. I've tried their grain to glass and it was all right. I would never spend $100 on it though, personally. I did the weeded, and it was good. It was really good, but $100 is insane. And then they have the new limited edition ones that are like chinkapin barrels or whatever, finished in chinkapin barrels. And I'm like, I'm not spending $130 for something like that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was unable to find the cast strength, and I keep seeing them around now. Like people are posting them to sell them and stuff, and I'm like, Ben Holiday soft red wheat. Oh yeah. It's on the other edge of my on my bookshelf over there. Soft red, Rickhouse proof, one of my all-time favorite bottles. Love that. It is perfect. I describe it so many times in some of my videos of just like, oh, this is my perfect bourbon. It's just so good. If it was like a little old, I feel like if they can get that up to like 10 years, I think like that bottle is going to be some of the best stuff out there. Frey Ranch is pretty, oh yeah. Yeah, surprised how good that Nevada whiskey is. Like very surprised. Like I was surprised with Still Austin about Texas whiskey, and like Ben Holiday for Missouri whiskey, and it's just like every different like state is starting to like craft like some great whiskey, and it's insane to see. Like, you know, when I first heard bourbon, like you think of Kentucky and nothing else, and now like every state is starting to pop up with some of these distilleries that are just insane. You got Redwood in California, you know, Frey Ranch is in Nevada, Still Austin in Texas. I think Watershed personally is an amazing whiskey. They do so much great stuff over there. Ohio whiskey is good. Like, it's insane. Yeah, Still Austin. Oh, I am still upset that I was unable to get a Tanager. So I'm really hoping to try to take a trip down there before they release the next one, because I really want to. I'll wait in line. I'll wait in line for hours for one of those. Yeah, no, their marketing team is good too. I see some of their videos sometimes on like Facebook or whatever, and it's just like, they're so funny. No, they know what they're doing down there. Oh, Michigan. Oh yeah. Dragon's Milk. Really, really like Dragon's Milk. Their small batch, love it. Bonded, eh. Their toasted barrel, fantastic. They have some good limited releases and amazing. And then you have something iron up there as well. But yeah, Journeyman, insane as well. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. No, they know what they're doing. Ironfish, thank you. No, like I feel like every state you could like, you know, speak on like has like one of those distilleries that are now just popping up with really good stuff. Walleye Run, yep. Yeah, I went to Detroit for my fiance's sister's birthday at the end of last year, and I got a couple of Dragon Milks, and I was going through Costco, and there's so much good stuff. Only 5 weeks, nice man, dude. Enjoy it. Like I feel like right now is the time where you're able to just try whatever, and it's just like everything is new to you, and everything is so fresh. But like, don't get hung up on just trying to find like the top stuff. Try to like go for, you know, pretty much everything you see. Garrison Brothers Distillery on April 4th for a special drop. Oh, I'll have to see what I'm doing April 4th. Yeah, when I get to a certain amount. I think, like, anyone who wants to come to Ohio, just, like, I'll organize a bottle share with some people, and we'll get together and drink. Anyone who comes towards the Cleveland area, let me know. I think that'd be fun. The weeded bourbons. Oh yeah. So weeded was where I started to like really getting into. So you'll notice like, you know, all of the Wellers from Sazerac, or I guess Buffalo Trace, weeded, fantastic. Blade and Bow is pretty decent, especially for the price. Trying to think of other weeded bourbons. I'm cheating over here a little bit, looking at some of my stuff, seeing if I can't find any other weeded bourbons that I really like. I'm trying to think of like, you know, oh, what am I thinking? Bardstown weeded, amazing. The Origin series, fantastic. Green River weeded, if you want a little extra kick, try to find the foolproof weeded. They just started dropping those. Penelope weeded, goated. Penelope weeded is like 35 bucks, and now it's really easy to find because people stopped buying it as much. Amazing as well. I think everything Penelope releases is good because it's MGP, and MGP is good. MGP has its ceiling. It's never going to be, you know, that step above, you know, great, but it's, again, great, especially if you can find a $35 bottle of Penelope. Yes, so Green River is really good. I believe they started using their own distillate recently. They used a source. Very good. If you go to Louisville, they have their own little storefront there for their gift shop and their distillery. And then you can do like a bottle your own experience where you get like this cool decanter. But Green River is fantastic. Like really good. I think when I did my one of my first weeded blinds was Antique 107, Screaming Titan, the Redwood Empire, Bardstown weeded, and Green River weeded. Green River weeded came in third, but like it was close to what the Antique was for me. Granite Glass weeded is really good. Yeah, it's just for that $100 is insane. But if you can find that out in like a bar or something like that, the pours are always going to be pretty cheap. I think I paid like $7-8 for the pour for mine. So good. Huh. Never had the rye. You've ordered most all, just waiting on your orders. Yeah. Yeah, I highly recommend looking up at like High Proof, HIPROOF, or That's It Booze, Fangs Fine Wine and Spirits, Liquor Barn. Just make sure it's the right one. Remedy is another one of those that I've checked out. Sealbox is pretty popular as well. And then obviously just distillery websites, especially for the craft stuff, is usually pretty easy to find. Okay. But yeah, never had the rye. Why is it so good for the price? Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's the fact that it's the regular weeded is $35 and drinks well above its weight class. It just, what they're doing is great, and they have not increased their prices yet. My assumption is they probably had a lot of production for the bourbon boom, and now that it's kind of quelled a little bit, they have all this stuff, and there's no reason to up the price and not sell it and have it sit on shelves. It's priced to move, and it does. I feel like Green River is just one of those, like, I like truly thought it was like a legacy distiller until I found out that they used a source and now they're just using their own distillate. It's crazy. But it's so smooth, it's tasty, and like for me, like the single barrels or the foolproofs, like they don't have that burn on it. It's just straight flavor. Oh, I forgot how good this was. So this is the single malt whiskey, the cast strength one from the Bruzel selection event I went to at Southern Distilling Company. So good. Yeah, 58.4%, 116.7 proof. 6-year single malt. One of my first ones. He even signed the bottle for me. Very nice guy. I enjoyed meeting TJ. What's your favorite bottle under $200? Oh, so under $200 MSRP, I would say George Cisak, but you're never gonna find that under MSRP. I would say under $200. One of them is probably the Ben Holiday Soft Red Wheat Rickhouse Proof. Stuff is fantastic. Local stuff, that Western Reserve Distillery 20-year rye is insane for $125. Crazy. I'd say if you can find the E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof, you know, I'd say like $150 is max what I would pay. I got mine for MSRP. Fantastic. Sagamore, that's exactly where I dipped my toe in for rye. So I used to hate rye. I used to hate rye so much. Went to Sagamore Spirit in Baltimore, and I did their tour, and I tried some of their stuff, and I was like, holy shit, this is good. This is really good. And it was the day they released their 10-year reserve series. So they were literally putting it on the shelf when we got there, and I bought that, and rye has been on my mind ever since. But yeah, back to under $200. Under $200 is crazy because like you can grab really nice bottles for under $200. I'm trying to think. You could probably find it 12 depending on where you're at for under 200. I think 180 is where it's at right now in Ohio, secondary wise. Say like Jack Daniel's single barrel proof ryes are amazing for like 70-ish bucks. Sagamore? Yeah, if you can find the Sagamore Reserve Series 10, which is like 60, 70 bucks. Oh my god, it's amazing. They also did a experimental bourbon that is really good. But I think they also do their double oaked is really good. The 9 years decent. It's just all good stuff. And they distill it themselves too. I'm always a fan. Like I don't knock non-distilling producers, but oh yeah. 2XO rye. Ooh, never heard of 2XO. You know what? I have heard of 2XO. That's the one they have like a sneakerheads is one of their offerings. Yeah. Didn't know they had a rye. That's cool though. Little round still. I have not. I will be up towards Minnesota, whether it's this year or next year, to go see a Twins game. So I might have to check out for it. Gotta go. Hey, all right, man. Yeah, appreciate you for joining. Yeah, Jack Daniel's is one of the best distilleries out there, and I don't think I've had a bad bottle from Jack Daniel's. Obviously, you know the old number 7 is what it is. It's a mixer, but I mean, it serves its proof very well. It serves its purpose very well, and it is fantastic. Everything from Jack is fantastic. Don't let my opinions change your mind that Jack is the best. It is all in the eye of the beholder. So nothing wrong with that, man. Everybody starts someplace. And I'm a firm believer that no one person in this community is, you know, more, I don't want to say more knowledgeable, but better than anyone else just because of where they're at in their journey. Everyone starts somewhere and eventually we all end up in the same place. So enjoy the ride while you can. And whiskey is just one of those communities. Just, it's you meet a lot of really good people and there are going to be some shitheads along the way, but most times you're just gonna, meet great people that also like to drink whiskey, hang out, and just shoot the shit, and it's gonna be fun. What matters most is you're enjoying yourself, you're drinking great whiskey, and you're meeting cool people. Yeah, I've never understood some of the people in the community where they assume that they just are better than everybody else depending on what they've tried or what other people haven't tried or like, pretty much anything else. Like, oh, like my nose is better than yours. Like, that's great, man. Just enjoy what you got. Got to bounce. First time joining the live. Oh, man. Thanks for joining, man. No, I appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words, man. Yeah. Join anytime you want, man. I'm here every Wednesday now. Wow, 1,000 videos is crazy, but hey, you're probably soaking in that information right now, man. But yeah, you're gonna find most people are just they just enjoy whiskey and enjoy great company, and I mean those two go hand in hand. Uh, One of my favorite things to do is sit down, smoke a cigar, and drink a nice glass of whiskey and talk to somebody. Like it's so nice. You meet so many cool people, and everybody who drinks whiskey has a like-minded interest right there, and it's whiskey. And there's so much to talk about in whiskey overall. And a lot of people obviously have other shared interests. Like for me, it's sports, and there are a lot of people who drink whiskey that also enjoy sports. So it's just one of those things that just like branches out, and you just meet so many cool people from different walks of life. Hey, appreciate that, man. I'll never mind the shout outs, man. Love it. Appreciate it. But yeah, no, everyone from, poor to rich, young to old, no matter what kind of job you work, everybody loves whiskey. So, like, you're just going to find so many different kinds of people that you never would have met without whiskey. Yeah, the hunt for sitting in line talking to people is some of my favorite things. So I'm having a hard time. So, like, for me, like, trying to record my bourbon hunts, like, one of the things I want to do is record doing, like, a waiting in line in Ohio because that's what you have to do to get allocated whiskey. But it's really hard because some people don't want to be on camera, and sometimes I just forget because the conversations are so good that I'm sitting there just talking to people and just like, shooting the shit about whiskey and pretty much anything else that has to do with life, and you just like get so sucked in that like you're standing there for 2 hours all of a sudden and you're going in and buying something. You're like, wow, 2 hours went by fast. I did that. I'd say like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was gonna record in my hunt going to it was a Giant Eagle, which is like a local grocery store. It was the Stag 25D release, and I totally just forgot to record because the entire time I was just talking to people. I was at a release the day before after a dentist appointment, trying to get a stag. They had only dropped one, which kind of sucked. I was like fifth in line. I thought I was going to get one, but ended up getting an antique. But like, I was just talking the whole time. There was a guy there, and then the next morning he was there too, right in front of me, and we were just sitting there talking the entire time. And then this dude and his dad pulled up right behind me. They were also able to get stag, which was really cool because they were like never had stag before, so they both get to try stag for the first time. And we were just talking. His dad was in the military, I was in the military, and it was just like a whole bunch of great conversation. Yeah, bourbon drops are the best place. Oh yeah, like you meet so many people because you're all there for the same reason. It's just so nice, and it's really nice when it's just like everybody's there and it's just cohesive, rather than people getting upset about where they're at in line or like anything else of the sort. Like anyone who's just sitting there like chit chatting with you is great. Some people are like, I don't want to talk right now because like if I give away any information, you're gonna steal the bottle I want. I don't like any of that. Like if somebody wants a bottle and I mention a bottle and they're like, I want that instead, I'm like, oh yeah, great man, like go after it. You're in front of me for a reason. Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of in non-control states, they can price it any way they want. You just have to find stores that are halfway decent. My suggestion is if you're in a big city or a very small town, try to go to like those medium-sized towns. They're going to be a little more foot traffic where they're able to move stuff quicker, but they don't have to overprice stuff to make up any amount of money. Would be my suggestion. Yeah, yeah. I do it too. Like there are times where I walk in and I'm just like looking around and I'm like, this stuff is great. It's overpriced if I'm like out of state. And I'm like, I'm not going to spend this amount of money on a bottle. I can buy cheaper at home. And then in Ohio, sometimes I just go through and just sometimes check just in case that there's something I didn't see on the app or whatever. And sometimes you just find something you don't want. You don't find anything you want, I should say. And it's just not worth it to spend money on bottles that you don't want. But I usually try to, talk to the cashier or whoever's working the front and just like giving them a nice little conversation real quick. Just like, hey, how's your day going? Yeah, just looking. And like, yeah, like I'll, if I have questions, I'll ask you. Appreciate your help, blah blah blah, and just kind of like, be nice. And usually they're pretty cool about that. Kalamazoo, yeah, oh yeah. I saw that video pop up on my feed as well. And I was like, I gotta watch that because 59 picks is insane. And those barrel picks are some of the best stuff you'll find. I do, if you look up Oaked, OAK''D on Facebook, they do some really great picks. It's local to me, but they ship their bottles out. Actually just got one, did a review on it actually. We'll be posting it at some point, but it's a good old times 10-year aged in Mexican vanilla, or finished in Mexican vanilla cask and then finished in a stag barrel. And it is amazing. The 8-year is my top 10 whiskeys of all time for me. But those barrel picks, man, they'll surprise you. And what sucks is once you get one, and by the time you finish it, you're like, wow, this is great. And you go back to buy another one, they're all gone. You can never have it again. And, it's just like one of those things where you're just like, I'm always going to remember this amazing bottle that I can never find. Love it. How do you know what numbers on the bottle are the good ones? I mean, really, the main bottles that are on the numbers is sometimes you'll have an age statement. So I usually tend to shoot for 6 at least for age, but honestly, there's some really good 4 years. Really, I tend to live by the rule of $10 per year. So if it's a 10-year whiskey, I'm gonna pay upwards of $100 for it, depending on how good it is. For 6 years, like 60, and so on and so forth. Obviously, there are different rules because some whiskeys are just really good and worth the price. And then you got to look at the alcohol by percentage. And proof is really more a personal preference. If you like lower proof stuff, perfectly fine. If you like higher proof stuff, perfectly fine. And then you also have stuff like the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye, and you'll start to see like barrel houses. So this one's 1-13, which is Coy Hill. You kind of learn and remember certain barrel houses are better than others. So obviously it's, again, up to preference. For me, I love the Coy Hill Ryes. Now, since it's not like a limited release, they're not called Coy Hill, but they're just from the Coy Hill barrel houses. And then that's about it. Like you'll see like bottling dates, barrel numbers and stuff like that usually don't matter depending on if people find certain batches and they're like, wow, like this barrel is great or this set of barrels is great. Usually you just see them and remember. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, striking up conversations with other people about whiskey is fantastic. It's just like you never knew the person. You walk in, it's their store, and they're just like, yeah, like I like whiskey, so I sell whiskey. And you just talk to them, and then they recommend certain things that you never thought you'd try, and then you buy it, and it's amazing. It's so fun. I did that in Myrtle Beach. I got a couple of really good bottles that I found just because the owner recommended it. It was a couple that bought it from a place that was failing, and they like brought it back from the brink of death, and really like upped it. And a lot of that like footage got corrupted, which I'm really upset about because it was a really good video and really good conversation. And I've tried so hard to recover as much as I could. But maybe one day I'll go and find a way to post at least a little bit of it. I did one short of this store I walked into, and it was like nothing in there. Guy didn't really want to talk because it was right on the beach. He did not care. It was all basically like regular stuff. But yeah, 113 is my favorite. So you have 1-09, 1-10, 1-11, and 1-13 are your Coy Hills. I believe 1-08 is also as well, if I'm not mistaken, because I think 1-05, 06, and 07 is Slop Hill. Anyway, yeah, it's all depending on your preference. If you find one of those Coy Hill ones, I highly recommend you finding it, buying it, and enjoying it. Let me know what you think. If not, like if Jack Daniels is not your thing or if rye is not your thing, um, the one thing is wheated bourbons tend to be sweet. Same with ryes. So ryes usually tend to be very sweet, especially when they're like heavy rye. I think like if you want to start getting into rye, I would say like yeah, Sagamore Spear or the Michter's straight rye is also very good. Yeah, dude, you're gonna find a whole lot of the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof ryes. You're also gonna find a lot of heritage that's been dropping, sitting on shelves. Old Forester 1924 is out right now as well. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. It's the 2025 release though, so not this year's release. You'll see a lot of the barrel selects, but not any from a like great warehouse. But yeah, you'll see them in almost every store. Make sure you check again. The master distiller of Jack Daniels came up to Ohio and signed a bunch of the bottles. So if you see his signature on any, Chris, really good dude. Highly recommend just picking it up just because it's a cool piece. Yeah, 113. 113 is honestly my favorite Jack Daniels rye. It is insane. So Coy Hill is one of their special releases, and then you know that's where their rise. This specific rise from is so good. 136.9 proof for mine. Love it. I have three of those. I bought two. I bought one. It was amazing. Went to go buy another one, and I'm like showing it to my fiance. I was like, "Look at the barrel house," and she's like, "It's signed." I was like, "Oh, cool." So I bought it. And then I went to another store a couple days later, and I was just like, "Oh, they have the 113." I pick it up, and I go to set it down on the counter, and he's like, "Oh, you grabbed one of the signed ones." And I was like, "Oh my god, again, it's crazy. It's insane." Like, it's just things you find are fantastic. That's why you got to go in and check. Conversations, yes, they are. They are always interesting. They're always enjoyable. Everyone's usually very delightful to talk to, and really, easy to talk with. And it's just so enjoyable. It is. It's my favorite part about this is just sitting there talking to people. That's why I started this, because like if I don't do this, I'm talking to my fiance all day about whiskey, and she gets very annoyed. So I do this because all I want to do is talk about whiskey with people. But yeah, that Jack Daniels 113. Oh, yeah, if you find one of those 113s, and they dropped recently, I think they did another batch, is like a 132.9. There's a 132.6 proof in Ohio, so you might find one of those 113s. Honestly, a gem. A gem. But if you do find one of the really great Jack Daniels single barrel proof ryes, let me know what you think, because I love hearing everybody's opinions on these things because they are insane. My friends love it now. It's like 136.9 proof is a lot too, but so good. Yeah, so Coy Hill is specific for 5 specific barrel houses at Jack Daniels, and they set special barrels aside for their special release. So the difference is that the regular barrel selects and the Jack Daniel Coy Hill barrels are the same mash bill. It's just they're aged in the Coy Hill warehouse, which is the highest hill. 113 is actually the highest barrel house of all of Jack Daniels. So it changes that flavor, and it makes it like very like, it's hot, but it's also just very flavorful because like it just really soaks in everything from the barrel. So really, and the Jack Daniel Coy Hill releases, like their MSRP is about the same as the single barrel proof selects, as well as the ryes. They're all around the same price because Jack Daniels prices their stuff fantastic. It's just the secondary is insane. That's it. Really, it's just a special release because they mark those barrels special for that release. Same with the Tanyard Hill ryes, are literally just Tanyard Hill and it's rye. So they specifically put, Coy Hill is usually a rye for the barrel houses, but they put special regular Tennessee whiskey in there. And that's a little different from their regular Tennessee whiskey selects. So it's just like, wow. 65. Nice. Oh, 137.1 and 137.4. That's insane. I want to find one of those, yeah, location, pretty much. Yeah. And some people just go crazy and the secondary goes insane. $65 in Michigan. It's a really good price. That's about what it is here. I think 70 after taxes. It's so good. All right. Oh shit. We are at 9 o'clock. Well, all right. I am hopping off. I will be back next Wednesday talking more about whiskey. Join if you want. I know it's the day after St. Patrick's Day, so I might be a little groggy. But appreciate everybody for joining, having a great time with me. Love talking. So if you want to talk some more, be here next week. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, everybody.